Okay, so today I am going to be talking to you guys about some updates that are going to be occurring with this channel owing to some unforeseen things that have occurred during the past week that have affected this channel. So we're going to jump right in and discuss all of these things. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys about my You Choose My TBR. Now, for those of you who weren't here or haven't seen my You Choose My TBR, what we did is we went back roughly about a year or so in time, and I discussed with you all the books that I read back then and gave you guys the opportunity to vote on one of those books for me to reread. We started this off, we must have started off in November because my first reread began in December. So, at the end of November for December, you guys voted for Mistborn: The Final Empire, and I did reread that towards the end of December and carried it over to the first couple of days of January this year. And that was a very good read for me. I really enjoyed rereading that book in particular. This was a book that I had absolutely loved. It was arguably my favorite book of 2020. So it was really nice to go back and reread it after having such a long stretch of time between the first time I read it and the second time, and going back and rereading it and seeing all these little things that Brandon Sanderson did that you don't notice upon the first read, but you do upon the reread, was really a lot of fun. Then in December, I allowed you guys to vote for another one for me to read during January, and the book that you voted for was the second book in the Mistborn series, The Well of Ascension. When I picked up The Well of Ascension this month, I started off really enjoying it, but after about a hot minute or so, I really started regretting doing the You Choose My TBR because I have so many physical books on me that I haven't read yet that are all new reads, and I'm really excited to get to them, that rereading The Well of Ascension, it just felt, I don't know. I didn't feel connected to it because I knew exactly what was going to happen. And granted, I knew what was going to happen with The Final Empire, but I think The Final Empire just holds a really special place in my heart, and that's why that one didn't affect me so much. So ultimately, I end up coming to a decision to basically cancel the You Choose My TBR. Now, you guys who were aware of these videos were voting on the last lot of books for me to read in February, to have a reread for February, and you did vote for those books, and I can tell you that the overwhelming winner would have been Pet Sematary by Stephen King. A lot of you guys were voting for that book, and I really do appreciate it. I think part of me might have enjoyed rereading that book because I went into that book because it was a horror, and that's the only reason why I picked it up in the first place. And I kind of wanted it to scare me and freak me out and disgust me, make me want to leave the light on, convince me I was going to have a nightmare, all that kind of stuff. And that didn't really happen. And therefore it incredibly let me down. Subsequent to that read, I then did some research and found out that there is more to Pet Sematary than it being a genred as a horror, which I still don't understand why it's a horror, but anyway, and that is that it is actually instead a fantastic look into the subject matter of grief and loss. So I think it would have been interesting to go back into that book and reread it knowing it wasn't going to scare me, and more look at it as a great study in grief and loss. However, the idea of reading books that I've already read, doing rereads, it just doesn't appeal to me as much as it did a couple of months ago. In fact, way back in June of 2020 is when I was actually coming up with this idea and thinking how great it would be to have you guys vote on books for me to reread that I once enjoyed. But now I'm just not motivated to do that. So, and because I have so many physical books that I am excited about and that I do want to get to, the best thing I can do in order to not derail my reading is to just cancel the You Choose My TBR. But before I go any further, I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who did get involved, who supported me with my You Choose My TBR, who voted for the books that you wanted me to reread. I really do appreciate that. And there is a part of me that does feel a certain amount of guilt cancelling this, especially because I've been receiving some comments lately from you guys saying that you're excited to get over to the Google Docs and vote for the book that I'm going to reread, but unfortunately I'm just not in the right headspace to do that, so I hope you can understand where I am coming from. And a massive apology also to those who were really excited for me to read Pet Sematary, because that would have happened, but I'm cancelling that now. I hope, having explained this, that you can understand that. In line with this update, moving on to the next thing, I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for all of your love and support. So the reason why I am making a point of thanking you guys for your love and your support, which is something that I have always appreciated, and anytime anyone commented on my videos, I've always, made that effort to interact with you guys and respond back to you guys anyway. So I'm sure you guys felt that love anyway. But I was watching a booktuber quite recently who was doing a live, and they were making no bones about the fact that they were having issues with their subscribers. This booktuber, I'm not going to name names, because the point is not to find them and watch the video. The point is what I learnt from that video. But this booktuber isn't an overly big booktuber, but they were making some points that I just found to be incredibly offensive. And maybe it's just me, but these are things that first of all, that I don't feel about my subscribers anyway, so it wouldn't come up in my videos. But even if I did, I wouldn't say these things in my videos, because I just found it to be not only incredibly unprofessional, but extremely ungrateful. And you would think that any booktuber, but most of all small booktubers like myself and this other one, would be extremely grateful to their subscribers, but they went on a bit of a rant, saying things that included, I'm not someone who does sub for sub. Now, for those of you who don't know what sub for sub is, that's totally fine. Basically what it is between creators on YouTube, no matter what sector of YouTube they're on, if you subscribe to them, then they will turn around and subscribe to you because you have subscribed to them. Sub for sub, subscriber for subscriber. And this booktuber was making no bones about the fact that they don't do sub for sub, but then they said, but if you subscribe to me, and just all these things, like, if you subscribe to me, what I do is I go back to the last video that I created when you subscribed, and I look through the comments to try and find you, which my first thought to that was, that's a little bit presumptuous. Not everyone leaves comments on videos, so the fact that you're just assuming that someone subscribed to and left a comment is interesting. But then they would go on to say, but I couldn't find you in the comments section. So, and they're explaining this really detailed thing about how much they're putting subscribers down. I couldn't find you there. You didn't even leave a comment. So then I went looking for you in the subscriber section, and I couldn't even find you over there. So I'm assuming that you have your profile on private. And why would you do that? How do you expect me to find you if you're going to put... Oh my god. I was being so strongly affected by this live, as I'm sure you can imagine. My first thought is, where is your gratitude? The fact that people are subscribing to your channel is something that you should be thankful for. And there are booktubers, if we're going to stick with booktube, there are booktubers out there who do this sort of thing for a living. They have enough subscribers, they have enough views, which is the qualification that you need in order to be able to get somewhere to start earning money from creating content. I don't have anywhere near enough subscribers, I don't have anywhere near enough views, so I don't make any money at all on this channel, but I do it for the love of creating these videos for you guys and talking to you guys about books. And it kind of works for me, and I enjoy it. It's a voluntary job and I enjoy what I do. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. So when subscribers subscribe to my channel, I get really excited and really happy because I'm not thinking along the lines of making money or anything like that, but more along the lines of, oh wow, someone loved my videos enough to want to subscribe to me. That's so nice of them. And if they do comment on my videos, which any of you that have commented on my videos know this, I do respond to you as soon as possible. It's not always right away, but I'll say within 24 to 48 hours, I do respond. And I just wanted to make a point in this update of to how much I love you guys. Whether it is that you subscribe and you comment on my videos, or you like my videos, or you just watch my videos, whether you watch them and even don't like or write any comments. If you are here as a subscriber, or even not as a subscriber, if you're just here watching these videos because something about the title of the video or the thumbnail intrigued you enough to click on it, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. I am. It never ceases to amaze me the lack of gratitude that some people on YouTube as a whole have, but to keep it to this realm of booktube, that booktubers have. And it's not all booktubers. There are booktubers out there that are extremely grateful for their subscribers and commenters and likers and all that kind of stuff. But to see this particular booktuber make no qualms about how displeased would be the polite way to put it, how displeased they were over the fact that their subscriber didn't subscribe to a way that was to their liking, even though the subscriber had done nothing wrong, threw me for a loop. And I can honestly say that I have since unsubscribed from that person because I don't want to deal with that type of energy. But I want to let you guys know that I don't make a point of always saying, thank you, I really appreciate your support, but I want you to know that I am always thankful for any type of support that you show me. When I first began on BookTube, which was back in January of last year, I really wasn't getting much of anything. I was the only one that was watching my videos. And then over time, some of my videos will receive more views than others. My video on why I love graphic audio has really surprised me because it's gotten a lot of views recently. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. And others haven't done as well. Some videos have received likes. That always blew me out of the water. Oh my gosh, people are actually taking time to hit the like button on my videos. That's so awesome. I wish you guys could have seen my reactions behind the scenes. And when you guys leave comments, it just blows me away. And the energy that I feel coming off these comments are just amazing. And I want to give a really big shout out to a booktuber by the name of Attention, who has just been so incredible over these past few videos. Attention, you've been commenting like pretty much every video or every second video, and I just so appreciate it. And your comments are so kind and sincere, and just really, they make my day. So thank you very much. And to everyone else who has commented and subscribed since I've started here on BookTube, a very big, overwhelming thank you. I'm just blown out of the water by the fact that anyone would want to take time to watch my BookTube videos. So thank you very, very much. And please know that despite the fact that I don't mention it a lot in my videos, doesn't mean I am not incredibly humbled by what you guys have done, either subscribing, liking, commenting, or even just viewing these videos. Thank you. It does mean the world to me. So thank you a million times over. Thank you very, very much. Unfortunately now, this is leading me into my final section of my update, and this is not a comment on anyone who has supported me, and I'm sorry to, in the same video, go from thank you, I love you, to this update, but this update is nonetheless still necessary for you to receive, and that is that, unfortunately, at least for the moment, I am going to need to cut back on the amount of videos that I am doing per week, which is not something that I necessarily envisioned happening even 2 weeks ago, but unfortunately, this past week has been so incredibly hectic for me. There have been a lot of things that have been going on in my life away from BookTube that I am not really comfortable going into on this channel because there's just no need to. It doesn't relate to books, so there's just no need for me to really tell you everything that's been going on. But one thing that I will allude to is back in December of 2020, I was admitted to hospital for a number of different reasons. And when I was released from hospital, I was told that I needed to take on a lot less stress than I was taking on, because if my stress levels, got too high, I would risk having to go back in again. And I did take that incredibly seriously. Unfortunately, as can happen, um, there were a lot of people that needed my assistance with certain things. And, it did add to a lot more stress, and things just started piling up. And unfortunately, that has taken up a lot of my time. It's just within my nature that I'm the type of person that if someone needs me, I'm going to be there for them and I'm going to do whatever I can for them. It's just, unfortunately, for the BookTube side of things, where I have a self-imposed schedule where at the end of every single video I tell you guys that you will receive a video from me on this day, and this day. When I have as much going on as I do now, it's just not something that's feasible at the moment. So I hope you guys understand me saying that I'm cutting back, and it's really unfortunate even for me that I need to cut back, because in towards the end of 2020, I was without fail uploading 4 videos a week. In this month, January, I already cut back to 3, and now I'm cutting back again. So I already feel guilty cutting back on these videos, and I don't really want to do that, but I just don't have the time, and I'm really sorry. I feel horrible cutting back, especially when there is this implied promise between you guys and myself at the end of every video. I'm going to post a video every this, and this day, and now I'm saying I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to step back a little bit. So I just wanted to come on here and make you guys aware of the fact that that is going to happen. And for the first time in a very long time, in a BookTube video, I'm not going to be ending this video by saying I post videos every because I don't know when you will next receive videos from me. I can say that the standard bookends for... Gotta love that. Motorcyclists always go by when I'm doing a video. You gotta love that. I mean, I can say that the bookends for BookTube will still continue. So I will still do my TBRs and my monthly wraps. By now you would have seen my TBR for February, yep. And you will get my January monthly wrap at some point soon. I do still hope to do my mini reviews of books, but it's more the other videos outside of that, which again is unfortunate because those are the creative ones that I do, like the book tags or talking about certain things to do with books, like how DNFing is more than okay, and other ones like those that are being sacrificed. But unfortunately, that is just the way it is. So I hope that you guys understand that I would not be coming on here and saying, I'm so sorry that I have to, post less if I didn't have a really good reason. So I hope you guys can just trust in that and forgive me for that. In the meantime, what I would like to ask from you guys is, if I do get an opportunity, I would like to do more than just monthly TBRs, monthly wraps, and mini reviews. If you have any ideas for anything that you would like to see me talk about in a video, please leave your ideas in the comment section below, and I will definitely take them on board. So when I get an opportunity, I can go right into filming a video that you have requested. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything. Uh, I am someone that the majority of the time is just completely transparent and loves to be open about everything that's going on. But I just don't feel that BookTube is the right place to do that. And there are, don't get me wrong, there are BookTubers out there who will give life updates and will talk about things that go on in their life, and I really appreciate when they do, but I just don't feel that that's something that I want to do for my channel, because I want to keep this lighthearted and I want to keep it just about books. So, but yeah, just so you know, in case anyone's starting to get worried or anything, I am fine. I am not at any risk at all at this stage of going back into hospital. I am very much trying to control my stress levels, but yeah, it's just because of time restraints and things like that. But anyway, I will leave that there. This was a bit of a higgledy-piggledy mismatch, a pish-posh, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what the words are, type video, but at least you have this update now so that you guys are aware. So yeah, I'll see you again soon. Letting you guys go, peace, blessings, and so much love. Mwah. I'll see you in my next video. And happy reading!